and welcome back to Sisters Conversation. Oh guys, you guys don't want to know what just happened before the camera start rolling. But anyway, today's topic is a controversial topic, and the question is: should DNA be compulsory for every couple or every?
I don't know. It's sexist.
Whatever. Let me finish. But guys, to discuss this with my two beautiful friends, Amaka on my right and Yvonne on my. The reason why we are debating this topic. This week, there's been an internet, a video clip that is circulating the internet. A guy that came from Canada went back home to Nigeria trying to bring his wife and the children to Canada, and they requested for a DNA test, and he found out that the 3 children wasn't his children, and he battered this woman to the point of death. That people are saying, okay, actually battling the woman doesn't change the fact that the 3 kids are still not yours. Yeah. But this brings back the question that says few years back that every first child, every 1 in 10 first child doesn't belong to the person they claim to be the father. So this brings the question to, should DNA be compulsory for every children? Every couple. Mm. So I know what Amaka thinks about this, so I'll go to Yvonne first. Yvonne.
No, but same thing.
The answer is no. I think ethically it brings a lot of issues. 1, a man and a woman have come together in matrimony and they've got.
Not everyone get married before they have children.
Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the traditional idea.
Okay, but you said a couple, so
no, a couple.
It's not necessary. Okay. It's not necessary.
All right, okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, let me rephrase. Okay, a man and a woman have come together, and they decided, obviously, to produce a child.
Sometimes they don't decide. They just
sometimes.
Okay, so when is this DNA coming through? Now it
doesn't matter how we twist it. Now a child is now born, to the joy of the 2 people involved.
Yes.
Then you now want to bring a DNA. Now, who gave birth to that child is the woman. Bringing the DNA on the table, to me, the spotlight is hitting the woman.
Yes, that means you don't trust the woman.
That means, for me, it's the woman, because it's the woman that is producing it. Don't forget that as much as the man is there and he's the donor, bringing the DNA is now saying,
that means she slept with someone else.
Can I test this child because I don't trust you, I'm not sure that this child is mine. And it's going to go on the woman, and you're going to have a situation where now all focus will now be on women, and then even the ones that are not guilty become guilty until proven guilty.
Innocent.
Innocent or what?
Guilty until proven innocent.
Innocent. What we're trying to run away from this problem, sexist problem for years. We're not trying to move forward to not make it a man's world by bringing in that DNA. Then if that's the case, you want to bring in the DNA, then fine. For every child that is born, both in a relationship and outside a relationship, then there should be DNA. Because you're bringing DNA to the couple. What about the ones that the
man has had outside?
We are saying all the ones that the man, whoever that brings the child to say is the man. Okay.
No, but you said compulsory in the couple. Because that's what the question is.
Flip the coin. Because sometimes you say, yes, you know me. I empower women. I'm compassionate by empowering women.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one thing, okay? If for example, my brother, my son, or my uncle bring a child from outside, that we have raised the child until in his 30, like the one that happened in Jamaica a few years back. And this man was a Nigerian couple that trained that boy to the university level, and then find out on the national television that the child wasn't his. Wouldn't it have been better if they did it when the child was 1 year old?
Okay.
Flip the coins.
Okay,
we both have sons.
Yeah.
If my son bring a woman today and say, oh, mom, this girl is pregnant for me, automatically that child becomes part of my family.
Yeah.
And I have loved and raised that child. And then find out 15 years later that he's not even my son's child. I will be devastated.
Yes.
So if I want to be sure before I can accept that child, say, okay, that's fine, you said it's my son's child, but I want when the child is born and I do the DNA before I can commit. Does that make me sexist?
Yes, it does, because
does that make me sexist?
No, because for
like
me,
you said, for me, woman that are not trusted.
For me, the issue is,
but like this guy now, like this particular guy.
Yeah.
Listen, the reason why I think if they're together, the reason why I think he will have probably requested for DNA This thing says the man lives in Canada.
Yeah.
And she lives in Nigeria. The man would have probably calculated that, wait, so every time I come
No, that wasn't. He wanted to take most of all this content.
Yeah, but don't live together.
They ask for. If you, for example, your wife is back and you want to bring the child here, the government require you to do it.
Yes, because of child trafficking.
Exactly. So when you end up doing that, showing that 3 of your kids. So what about if you have done this DNA when this woman have these children? He will save you all that. Good. That the point of she's almost in the point of dying, of beating up.
Yeah.
You know, this would have been done between him and the man when the child were young, you know, few weeks, few months. Okay. It's just saved the 2 families.
Let me tell you, a lot of these men know that the children are not theirs. A lot of them know. And the only reason why a lot of them, like, flip the coin, because I know people, the only reason why they get so pissed off is because their nyash has been opened. It has now been proven that this man cannot have children. I'll give an example. I have a friend, right? She was married to this guy for years, no children. Her mother-in-law used to call her Yapa, that you are blah 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 blah, right? That you don't you are a man. My friend gave her husband an ultimatum: if you by such and such a time you don't follow me to the doctor's to go and do a test, I will leave you. The man refused. So she came to the UK. She left the UK. She left him in November. Came to the UK in that November. They were not, obviously she didn't see him. She left him. Came to the UK. The year after, she came back to Nigeria. And she was pregnant. Her mother was like, hey, thank God, my son. One said, your son. I will see your son. She said, no. Now she requested for a DNA. When she did, when my friend now did that to prove that this child is not your child, I left your son. The mother, they beat her up. That you have opened her nyash and my son. The man remarried twice, no children. So lots of times these men know. So if she had quietly brought those child up, I'm just giving you another scenario. If she had quietly brought that child back, they would have lived happily. And nobody would have known. She would have probably gone to Jan again, lived, had another child, lived happily. Okay. You know, so sometimes, you know, really and truly, like I said, is why you putting focus on them. Okay, how are we going to prove that? Okay, I'm married. You said make it compulsory. So for any couple, so for each time I get pregnant, you're telling me I should do a DNA test. How are we going to test for each time the man goes? How are we going to test the man to make sure he's not sleeping around? You know, which is why I'm saying it's being sexist. The focus is too much on the woman.
I'm not even.
The focus is too much on the woman.
Let's go back to this DNA. Don't forget that the cases you're having now are for children that were born probably maybe in the last 10, 20 years. A lot of them,
the parents are not together.
Whereby DNA has come a long way now. You know, years ago there was no DNA. So these things were quite rampant before.
Yep.
Not saying that it's not on the go now, it's still there. But the issue here for me, there are a lot of ethical issues, because for DNA to come into any situation, there has to be a reason for the DNA to be there. DNA is not given out freely. For you to want a DNA, there are concerns, there are issues. You understand me? And that's why a DNA is done. Initially, DNA was done, like, initially when DNA first came out, it was for forensics corps, trying to identify bodies and things like that. Now, they start bringing it into it because, and all those cases that have DNA is because there's a dispute. Two couples that are lovey-dovey and like living life, they don't just wake up one morning and say, oh, let's go and do DNA. Because the minute you open DNA, you're bringing trust. It's like you be with this man, you go to bed, you make love, you wake up in the morning. Hello dear, here's your breakfast. Oh, by the way, can we have a DNA? What just happened between last night and this night? Suddenly,
so why do you doubt that this child is mine?
Having a DNA,
unless you know something yourself.
Unless you know something. Now that's one part of it. The second part of it is, even if we now make DNA compulsory, 99.9% of people who will refuse to do the DNA are men.
Thank you.
Amen.
Because they none of them know themselves that they are.
Because you are now opening a big can of worms for those that have venereal diseases, those that are incompetent, those that have sickle cell or whatever disease that they know that will pass to the children. You're opening a whole can of worms.
A lot of men will say
that. A lot of men don't want to go there. Just say right now in Nigeria, right now, let me talk about Nigeria, my country. Because of sickle cell, the Catholic Church made it compulsory that for your marriage course, you must do HIV.
Just like the HIV
and you must do sickle cell. What now happened? A lot of men that don't want to go through that, they will now choose to go and marry outside the Catholic Church because they do not want that, because that will expose things that they don't want people to know. And that one is being compulsory, and that I'm just talking about for diseases. DNA is the same line. You understand?
Like I said before I started, I'm empowered on, but on this particular issue, I agreed 1001%.
That's fine.
Because if it never happens to you, it's easy for us to sit here and say the attention. Who wants to raise another person's child for 30 years?
Look, listen, there are people.
If you know and you willingly want to do it, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you know that, I can have children,
that's
and I know 101% I can't have children, and this woman went out to go and bring me a child, I will keep quiet and raise it.
That's fine.
But unknowingly,
unknowingly,
when the woman, majority of these women, like they said, women always know who pregnate them. Some of them.
Actually,
some of them.
I will disagree there, because sometimes some people, like generally, there are women that don't know, depending on like their calculation. Like
I said some women.
Yeah.
But there are those ones that know.
Yes.
101%.
Just like
that
this one as well.
I agree. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, why can't that option be there to say, look, it's not that I don't trust you, but to be sure. Because you can see people on the surface, they are lovey-dovey. Beneath it, you don't know what is going on.
Okay, can I say something?
So hold on. So every child I have for you, hold on. Every child that we're married and we're living.
I asked you one question just now. If any of your son bring a
you ask me that question.
But if any of your son bring a child,
why would I want to insist on the DNA?
If any of your child now married, let me even use the word married, or my child married, and they have this child, and to you it's your son's child, isn't it? You will love, you will care, it will be part of you.
Yes.
And then you find out 20 years time.
How will you find out? That's what exactly what she's saying.
Something that you might never, something might happen to say, we need a blood transfusion, we need some genetic thing, we need to find out marrow, bono, something for health reasons, and then you get to find out that child that you've raised for 20 years is not yours.
Okay, no, hold on. Let me answer your question now.
No, it's me she's asking.
For health reasons, okay? For health reasons.
That's what she said.
When you have a child, you should know the blood type, the genotype, whether they are sickle cell, or all those ones are compulsory because of medical reasons.
Medical reasons.
DNA has nothing to do with medical
reasons.
They
don't do
DNA comes in doubt.
There
has to be a doubt.
And that's the thing.
So it's like, okay, I'll give you an example now. Your son comes, using your example, your son comes with your child, they tell you this is my child, and they hand it to you. And then all of a sudden you're probing DNA. You will automatically be chasing your son now, because you are not telling them, or you're not saying your son doesn't know what he's doing, or that he can't trust his wife.
I want to know, and I will want my son to know as well.
But he's not asking.
Do you know what? If I'm your daughter-in-law, even if it comes that child is your son's child,
you will not see
I will never speak to you again.
That's fine. That's fine. But
even your son, you're putting a doubt in your son.
That's fine. Because the reason why
that's so wrong.
That's me. This is me. Because the reason why I'm saying this now, how do you go from having 3 children to none? And there was another one, and he didn't. If he knew, he wouldn't have pounded the woman like that.
His dash has been opened.
No, he didn't.
There is more to. You're not in the house.
He didn't. And there was another one. There was another one that I watched the other day. That, in fact, even me, I was in tears. He shows the picture of how he went through this pregnancy with the girl, how they went to hospital, there for delivery, and blah blah blah, and then find out the child wasn't even his child.
Good.
Okay. So I think this is me. I just think
Listen, Cynthia, the option to take the DNA is there.
Should be there.
The option,
Don't make it
no. The option is there. It's already there. It's not even whether it should be there. The option
No,
to do
it should be
DNA
compulsory.
is no. What I'm saying is, at the moment, the option to go and have a DNA is there. If you want DNA, you go to the internet and order it.
What?
So that option is there. So why are people choosing it? Let's start with that one. Why I'm saying that making it compulsory is now a law. Then you are now bringing distrust. Because for me, the man and the woman, they had a baby. They do the calculation. They know but then don't forget to some women really don't know. Like really when they calculate, they don't even calculate it properly. There are women that genuinely think that this child is for this man, and they are as equally as shocked because what the DNA. Look, listen. The DNA comes and tells you that this.
My own is that they shouldn't make it compulsory.
If the woman didn't add up, does it mean that she's not telling the truth in that case?
Because this is me.
You get what I mean?
I think
the man must be put at first child, second child, third child.
It's not his own. See, a DNA.
You should go and question himself.
DNA result doesn't resolve everything in totality.
But
it even
give you closure.
It doesn't give
even give you closure. It doesn't because depending on the situation.
I think
depending on the situation.
Listen, I really feel for this guy. I feel really for him, not just for him, his family. Okay, I think if this guy had done the DNA when the first one was younger, that would have given him a clear indication that she wasn't faithful, and then he would have moved on to something else. And this is not. You don't know that. You don't know that. So
because I don't understand how 3 children out of three are not his. Was he not sleeping with her?
I don't know.
No, let me just give you an example of like my friend. If she had agreed that guy was his, the child, because the man doesn't have any children now.
You know, but to me,
oh no, he married 3 times over after her and not 1 child.
Yeah, but I think on this particular occasion, he would have saved the man the stress and the family the stress of knowing now that the 3 children are not his kids. I think if you with anybody, if whether anybody comes today and said, I want a DNA on my child, absolutely, 1000%. It doesn't matter whether I think you don't trust me or you don't trust me. I will, on my own defense, I would like to slap the result on your face.
Fine, that's what I'm saying, but we're saying the same thing. So
what I'm saying is, if a man wants to do a dinner, if you want to know, save yourself from all this bloody stress. If for a second you even thought about it, you can even do the DNA without the woman knowing.
That's what I'm saying. So that option is already there.
Exactly.
That option is already there.
If any man for any second you have any doubt, you don't even
because you yourself
you don't even need to tell the woman. All you need to do is you order the kit. Here in Europe is very easy.
They know.
Order the kit, swipe the baby man, take the hair from the brush, whatever you need to do, go and test it. And when you come back, that is your child, you kept quiet. And if you come back and it's not your child, stamp it on the table and tell the woman to explain.
Exactly. The thing is, the option is there.
They all know.
The option is there. They know. They don't take it. And that's the truth. But like I'm saying, for me, I think the issue for me is making it compulsory. The option is there.
If I get pregnant today, I have the first child, fine. Then 2 years time, I get pregnant again. And we're living in the same house. This one, okay, he lives in Canada. I can see where the dad is.
I have even seen the ones that they will say they are living together. That you can clearly see they have maybe 5 children. The first one, even you when you sit down, say, I say this one can come out. But to them, but I would say if you have any little doubt,
if you have
any little doubt at all, or you even feel like you want to be 1001%,
that's fine.
You can do it without the woman even know what you do. All you need to do is swap and go and
but we're saying the same thing. The problem I have is making it compulsory.
To me, I think if they want to make it compulsory, if any woman is confident and you are not have anything to hide, swap it. Just swap it. It will save everybody from headache. It will save us from raising other people's children. If I want to raise other people's children, let it be my choice. Not because I was deceptive. Give me a child that is not mine to raise and then find out later. If that happens to any member of my family, I'll be devastated. So for that reason, I could understand why the guy was so devastated. However, I disagree with the beating, because the beating wouldn't change the DNA back.
It was a spur of the moment.
But the thing is, this one, all this thing we're saying is speculation.
It's
Because this is what they say.
Yeah.
Who knows? It might not be true.
Yeah.
But you know, there
There
was a phone conversation that, you know, it's not like it was a lie. It's a story that happened, and the guy said why it happened. So to me, guys,
and
she as well, because she was the one that posted the picture with the pounded on her face.
It doesn't. To me, it doesn't really matter. I think going back to the legalities of whatever, everybody's case is different. Like I said,
exactly.
If you are with somebody and you have a child, and if there's any iota of
doubt,
because doubt has to come in before you start requesting a DNA,
and if you
then you can do it.
And if you
don't need to wait for it to be compulsory.
Anyway, if you just feel like you want to test, please feel free to test. Feel free, women, and if you know that you have nothing to hide, guys, keep swapping. Until next time. Bye.